Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live once again. As always, I am your host, Josh Lilquist. We got a quick market update today. We got obviously nice moves in the markets this week, and market is not open. We're going to do a pre-market routine here as far as just checking the markets and seeing what's going on. Looks like we're going to see a gap to the upside here today on major markets. But before we do that, we know there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Mainly mine, but hopefully you find it entertaining as well. So, as I mentioned, we're going to do that quick market update in with the major markets, stocks, your Dow, your Nasdaq, the Russell, S&P 500. So we're going to do that. Then, what we'll also do, and welcome to those who are on the podcast now. We are live on the podcast as well. So also we're going to look at the metals markets, gold, silver. We'll look at cryptocurrency. And if we get enough time, we'll check out some spot currency and some futures. So let's start off with our market update with the S&P 500. We're going to look at the SPY right now, just because the market is not open. And it, the last few days we've seen some indecision here. We've got a little zone starting to form right around the 567.82 mark. Off from the highs, but we're gapping up here now. So this zone really isn't a zone unless it continues to the upside. So we have a gap up, looking like the markets are going to open up around 572.20 or so on the S&P 500. Dow Jones Industrial Average currently also looking to gap up from 419.98 all the way up to 422.17, about almost a 0.5% on that. So that one we're going to be reaching all-time highs here probably again soon. And you have the Nasdaq, which is not at all-time highs, but looking to gap up to the 487.07 mark from the 481.59 area, which is only about a 0.7%. Oh, I'm sorry. That was yesterday's downside action. So that's your Nasdaq here. Nothing really to talk about there. It's continuing to the upside from the beginning of September, first week of September. The Russell IWM ETF is going to be gapping up to 219.85 from 216.13. So the overall market's looking to come in strong as the open comes into play here in about 40 minutes. It's currently 7:49 Central Time. All right, yesterday we had XLP was down exactly 1%. XLB, which is your materials sector, down 1.1%. A lot of the ETFs were down, other than USO, which is oil, continuing to surge to the upside, probably because of what's going on overseas. We talked about that. I believe that was on Wednesday. The action overseas. This one here is actually going to be opening right at the close, so there's no gap there overnight. So there wasn't a whole lot of action overnight with USO, and that's the ETF for oil. So some of these ETFs are going down. You got obviously oil going up. Yesterday it was up 4%. So as I mentioned, surging to the upside from we'll call it this week. Almost 10%. So we're seeing some volatility with the oil market. Going into the actual crude oil price, same story. It did surge up yesterday or last night. That is a 24-hour mark. It surged up to about the $75 mark, but now currently down at $74 per barrel. Gold and silver. Gold currently at $2,665 per troy ounce. This market is open right now as well, and we did reach highs of about $2,700, just over $2,700 here last week. So gold is continuing to surge to the upside on that. 640. Silver, $32.10. Did reach a high of last week around $33 per share or per troy ounce as well. So gold and silver just looking very good to the upside. That's good for us physical holders. It's morning time, so you gotta have a little coffee. Coffee. Speedy makes some pretty decent coffee now. Got the house blend for those who wonder and care. Bitcoin currently at $61,758 per Bitcoin, dropping from the 66,671 area, so about 6,000, 5,000 bucks to the downside over the last 5, 6 days or so. We'll scroll through and we'll look at HNT up 0.72% of the day. So currently at $7.09. So that one is actually not that bad. I'm a big fan of helium token HNT. Also mobile, which is struggling for a long time now. We've been talking about this for quite some time, but we would love to see it get back up to the highs, at least to the March of last year highs, or this March of this year highs would be phenomenal. That's probably not going to happen, but you know what? Anything goes with cryptocurrency, especially this one. This is a good project. It's a self-service project, providing coverage. So it's not actually a service; it provides coverage. They actually have their own phone as well, so it's a nice little project. Check it out if you're interested in cryptocurrency. That's mobile token. All right, your currencies. Let's look at the U.S. dollar, currently at 102.59. So as I mentioned, if we get below that, or if we got below that $100 mark, we're going to probably see some downside action continuing there. But we did almost pop right off of that, almost 250 or $2.50. So, hello, Mr. Kevin. So getting into the euro dollar, this one here, we don't have a bias on this since we are near the $1.10 mark. So other than that, we have the Aussie dollar currently in a short bias. That being said, the opportunity was at 69.25, bringing it down to 67.50, and we're almost down there. So for those of you that got into that opportunity, that's an opportunity there for you. It's too late to the party now. Aussie yen with our bullish bear bias, and currently, if we get a close above this $100.75 area, we will hopefully see some continuing upside to the 102.50. So that's your currency update. Major stocks, Tesla was down 3% yesterday. But let's see where it's going to gap to Tesla. Go back to Tesla. Currently, Tesla is going to be gapping up just a little bit. NVIDIA was up 3% yesterday, gapping up as well. And other stocks to note. Caesar's Palace up 2%. And getting to the final ones here. I do like Kohl's. I got to look at Kohl's options again. That just, for some reason, gives some good opportunity with options. It does sometimes give good premium. Right now is not an opportunity, but if we get a continuing downside action, we'll probably see an opportunity in a week or two with Kohl's. Other than that, we have earnings to watch out for on November 19th. So you got some time here for if you're looking for some 30-day options with Coal Cash. That, my friends, is your stock market update, crypto update, major market update, and currency update of the day. As we know, there's increased volatility, so make sure to protect your profits when they're given to you and collect your profits also when they are presented. Until next time, retire young, my friends. Oh, by the way, stay tuned. We are going to be doing another podcast here today. The radio show that's broadcast all across the country and world, most likely, as far as the radio program, Investing and Trading Live. So follow the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. If you're watching on the YouTube live stream, we appreciate your time. Until next time, retire young, my friends.